Welcome to part 3 of our Smith & Wesson 38 series. Today we received some items in the mail, and it's an item I've been waiting for. Let's take a look at what we have here. I already took a peek already. Probably know what it is. Alright, these are 38 Smith & Wesson and 38 Colt set of dies. Now what's interesting about these dies is that, for example here, the decapping die itself, it's actually listed as 38 auto, and you also have the number 1 shell foot right here, and the expanding die. I'm sorry, this is not the expanding die, this is the seating die. The seating die says 38 Smith & Wesson, and here is the expanding die and powder die. And this one is listed as 38 Smith & Wesson as well. Also comes with a dipper, of course. And I bought this on eBay, and I won it for 20 bucks plus shipping. And this is going to be attached to my Lee Progressive 1000, and I'll be using this blank turret, 3-hole turret, to attach these dies to it. Also, in the mail came in with my number 3 collet die for my trimmer and my pilot guide for 35 caliber. And basically what I did was I attached this to my RCVS trimmer, and I was able to make 50 beautiful handmade .775 Smith & Wesson shells. Beautiful. These are all measured out at .775, which is the actual measurement for the 32 Smith & Wesson, and I have it right here somewhere. 30 special, 30 special. Alright, 30 Smith & Wesson right here. So 775. Put that right here. Also, what came in the mail too was I'm thinking about getting into 32 Smith & Wesson as well. So I purchased a set of Lee 32 Smith & Wesson long 3 dies set, and I got this for $17 on eBay. This is brand new, never been touched. It looks like they appear, this one's sure they also looks like they haven't been touched either. There's grease on them still from the original packaging. Apparently someone must have bought these, and they can't list them as new since the person already purchased it already, so they have to list it as used. Anyways, it comes with a set of instructions and loading data. And loading data is interesting. I'll show you why it's interesting, because it shows you right here the 195 grain lead bullet, and just so happened to have ordered one from Lyman, and it's coming in the mail here hopefully tomorrow. I can start loading up 200 grain bullets for it. And well, here it's also got the 158 grain and the 145 grain, using common powders such as Red Dot, HP 38 Bullseye, Green Dot Unique, and Winchester 231. There's more loading data for the Smith & Wesson, just a few that they mentioned here. But these will be attached to my Lee Progressive 1000 3-hole turret. Make the little job a little bit easier to load. Now, my last video, I talked about we showed the velocities of the 3.1 grains of Unique, and if you notice that on the 200 grainers, they were pushing like up to 780 feet per second. Now, I looked at the load data here on some of these forums, and 780 feet per second was not too far from the actual loading velocity from that load itself, from several other reloaders who had used that same load. So what I'm going to do is back it off to about 2.5 grains with the 158 grain and the 213 grain. And I'm also going to load 3 grains of Alliant power pistol. Now, a good buddy of mine, Gun Sam Revolver Aficionado, by the way, check out his channel. Gun Sam is a good friend of mine that is also an expert in reloading. ballistics testing, factory loads, hand loads, you name it, he does it. And Sam puts out a video like every 1 or 2 days. So he's pretty active in his video. Please give him your support. Check out his channel. We sure could use the help. But anyways, long story short, from the ballistics test I did on the last part number 2, that was the reason why I was getting such high velocities. Now another theory why I'm getting high velocities too is because I'm making 38 Smith & Wesson shorts out of 38 special cases. The actual diameter for the Smith & Wesson case is actually 0.388, where your 38 special is actually 0.380. So you have a bigger volume, which reduces the pressure when the gun is fired. So basically, what we're doing, we're just making small 38 specials out of 38 special cases. It's close to, and it mimics, you know, the Smith & Wesson 38 short, but in actuality, it's not a 38 Smith & Wesson. It's just basically a cut down version of a 38 special, which mimics the 38 Smith & Wesson, which is pretty good ideal because trying to find a revolver that's, for example, top break revolver or even a Victory model from World War II with the 38 Smith & Wesson, it's far and few. It's hard to get. There are people who have them and just won't let go of them. So, you know, we use 38 specials, 357 Magnum revolvers in place of those guns so that we can shoot these shorter cartridges. And by the way, they're very efficient. You know, you have very little powder space. You only need so much powder, you know, to get the velocity going pretty good. But anyways, after Gun Sam tested out one of my loads, I saw that the velocity for the 213 grain was only going about 500 to 520 feet per second out of a 4-inch barrel. So with 3.0 grains of power pistol in a small case like this, I'm hoping it'll reach up to 600 feet per second, pretty much like the original 38 Special Police loading. Anywho, we're gonna go and attach these to the turret press and get started loading 38 Smith & Wesson short ammo for our test this weekend. Alright, so we're done loading up our 50 rounds of 158 grain round nose and 213 grain round nose. We have 2.5 grains of Alliance Unique and 3 grains of Alliance Power Pistol. So I made 12 158 grains with Unique, and I made 12 213 grain with Unique, and 12 158 grains with Power Pistol, and 12 213 grain with Power Pistol as well. And I made a couple of extra ones here, the 170 grainers, just to try them out, see what they'll do. Anyways, Lead Bullets for Life. Thanks for joining me today. If you have any comments, questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment box. We're going to get on part 4 to the shooting and testing this weekend. So stay tuned for that. Bye-bye for now.